R. Ninth, naturally they would call that Yud. Yah marks the Hilula of a great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Yehudah Jarmon Z'tl, great rabbi of his time. Reported over, he lived nearly 100 years of age. He was, I think, born, actually, his father, great Rabbi Meir Jarmon, respectively, in 1812, this was, I think, in Tunis, respectively, in Tunisia. He would grow up to learn Torah at a high level, have great Yirat Shamayim, and many of the great rabbis of that vicinity really were there to help him and family, respectively. I think come with year 1830, remember at that point in time, he's only about 18 years of age, 17, 18, he would be ordained into the rabbinate. Come with 1836, he'll be appointed a Diyan already. Remember, he's only at that stage about 24 years of age. He'll work as Shimesh in the Shimush as a Diyan, I think, in part of the Beit of Rav Natan Borjil Hasheni. Now, the great rabbi, I believe we've mentioned about on various occasions before. Now, I think it was that he was had a close connection, or I believe he descended, actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was a great grandson of the famous Chacham, Harav Yehudah Jarmon, who happened to be an author of various different Torah great books. Very interesting enough. This was... it just shows the greatness within regards to the scopeness of writing and educating in of itself. So he was a great grandson of Naharai Jarmon. So you can see the brilliance of his great grandfather, author of a book. He would end up writing many things and expounding in things. And afterwards, Rabbi Yehudah Jarmon will actually go and travel to Tunis, and he would become an extraordinary sage. And I think he would relate this over inside one of his books, if I'm not mistaken. Now, in the year 1868, he would travel to Paris and would stay at the home of the famous Rabbi Nissim Shama, I believe, who was previously the spiritual leader of the Jewish community in Tunisia, or Tunis, and had a good amount of wealth, it's reported over. Now, after the passing of Rabbi Nissim Shama in the year 1873, his will became the subject of, apparently reported over, a big international case even, and there were halachic disputes between, let's just say, the great rabbis of Jerusalem and Tunis, respectively. Now, so very interesting. I think his book Nachlaat of will be printed after he leaves. This was let's just say, I think in the year 1877, if I'm not mistaken. Then come on 1888, he printed an expansion of various different reply, I think, inside the book, inside one of the books of his. In 1891, he signed an agreement on the book Pri Kodesh, I think, that had been written by his son. In 1896, it was a famous Rabbi Avram Klo. I think he arrived himself from Tunis, from Jerusalem, and would stay with the Rabbi Yehudah Jarmon's house for several weeks. And let's just say, he edited his book, which is called Minchat Avram, respectively. Now, I think come 1898, he would compose a poem and praise in Hebrew and translate it into Arabic for the Ottoman Sultan Abd al-Hamid. Why is this? He also writes the book Shuvah Yisrael in Arabic. So it's interesting. Rav Avram Pelagi, the great rabbi we've spoken about before, Turkish rabbi, quotes Rav Jarmon's response in the book of Abraham Isko. Even if he brings 1,000 pieces of evidence, let's just say, against the Maran, I believe Rav Yosef Karo, because we received instructions from Maran in all the Sephardic diaspora. Now, he himself passed away, Rabbi Yehudah Jarmon, on the 10th of Iyar in English in 1911, approximately. Yeah, so he passed away in 1911. He would have been about 100 years of age at the time he passed away. So please, everyone, if you're interested in learning more about the great rabbis of yesteryear, please, everyone, subscribe to the channel. If you happen to be descended from any of the great rabbis, please send me an email. And if you feel anyone's interested in watching these videos, please share the videos to other people also. We're a community here. We're learning about the great rabbis of yesteryear, and wish you all blessings here from Israel. Take care and be well.